electrifying, amazing, enlightening. It was everything. I'm so proud of the South African team. They took us to interesting spaces that I've known of but haven't really been acquainted with. So I got to experience that, the newness. I got to see my country through the eyes of others, and that again that's why I said enlightening. It was, and again for me, really the word really is just absolutely dazzlingly vibrant. It was an amazing experience.
People here who are professional and know what they do, know how to talk about their work and share really this inspiration we are looking for.
I come from an organization called Lalela, that means listen in Zulu, and we started in 2010 in Hout Bay. That's where we're based, but now we're all around Africa. And what we do is we're an after-school program in educational arts for at-risk youth to spark creative thinking and awaken entrepreneurial spirit. One thing that I've learned from this program is the skill of being cultural competent. Because where I work in Hout Bay, especially at Sentinel Primary School, I work with kids from all around Africa. Kids from Cape Town who were born, did everything here, and kids who are from the Eastern Cape as well, and kids who are from Africa. And in order for you as a facilitator to facilitate the whole program, you have to have the skill of cultural competency. And for the past few months, while I was busy with this project, it was a very nice practice run for me because we had an amazing opportunity to engage with the most important, wonderful youth development gurus from France and also in Zambia. So the interaction, the transition, and all the ways of how to deal with these people coming from different backgrounds gave me a great sense of cultural competency.
How do I see Barefit being part of this exchange? You trust me, when we go back, first of all, this is a very good opportunity, and we audit with our two hands very carefully. And when we finished in Zambia and when we finish here, we realized there are a lot of things that we actually didn't do, and there are a lot of things that we want to do. Like we want really to help young people, not just in terms of art, the capacity building as well, like for a lot of things. And we understood that in each countries that we come from, the three of us, we understood that we have different challenges. We might seem like we have a lot of challenges, but other countries as well, they've got challenges that they are facing. And for us, by traveling, by coming here to South Africa, we have now a clear picture. So in all to sum it up, what are we going to do as Barefit or as myself? It's to push, it's not to stop. I've learned that we have challenges, but challenges are not going to bring us back. We have to push. We have to go forward. I know it might not be tomorrow, it might not be today, but the other generation that will come, the other young people that will come, they might take it up, they might find things are okay. So this exchange has taught me, or has made me strong to stand for the future generation of those that are coming behind, and to stand strong and to keep on pushing, even though they might be smaller steps, but one day it shall be well. That's one thing that I've learned from this exchange.
d'exemples du travail qui est fait ici avec les jeunes, sur le plan artistique, etc. Ça a permis, notamment dans les townships, dans des bassins de vie qui concentrent un certain nombre de difficultés sociales, et où justement le rôle des activités culturelles, artistiques, va jouer un rôle prépondérant pour à la fois cimenter un peu la communauté des gens qui vivent là, et puis en même temps donner des opportunités, une opportunité en fait de se construire à travers la musique, ou les arts plastiques, etc. Sans forcément faire profession, mais en tout cas que ça serve à construire l'identité et la dignité aussi. Et les discussions avec en fait les éducateurs ou facilitateurs, comme on dit ici, locaux, nous apprennent ça, qu'en fait le plus important c'est quand même de donner des armes culturelles, artistiques, etc. pour que les gens en fait aient quelque chose à eux. C'est ça qui est important. Et quelque chose qui soit beau. Voilà, donc ça c'est pour l'aspect un petit peu fonctionnel. Et puis la manière dont c'est fait ici, les techniques sont très très intéressantes aussi, les techniques pédagogiques. Elles sont de nature un peu anglo-saxonne, et elles sont très différentes des techniques pédagogiques qu'on peut avoir en France. En France, on est très analytique, on explique beaucoup, etc. Ici, en Afrique du Sud, le rapport est beaucoup plus direct. Il y a beaucoup d'énergie qui sont mises dans les séances, une énergie très positive à travers plein d'icebreakers ou de warm-up, des techniques pour réveiller les gens et les mettre dans la séance.
Multicolore, je dirais, multicolore, oui. Oui, parce que au-delà de la couleur de peau, bien évidemment, et de cette Rainbow Nation dont on parle tellement, c'est toute une palette de couleurs dans l'art, dans les expériences qu'on a pu vivre. En allant aux townships, en allant à Artscape, c'est pas du tout les mêmes infrastructures, et pourtant ils font tous un travail vraiment formidable, que ce soit culturel ou humainement, et ouais, multicolore, je trouve que c'est pas mal.
I would say now Barefoot because traveling is more important, because you see other side of the world, what they do and how they work, and what methods they use to enhance their works as well. Okay, so because as well we have created the relationship with these other organizations, so, and partnership as well, so that will make us more stronger, because we'll be able to maybe ask them when we're there and what steps to take to, if we want to use their methods, what other things we can do to make ourselves more stronger. For me personally, I would say I've seen more opportunities, because I've been always wanting to do sound engineering, okay? But in Zambia, there's no school to do that. So if we can, because of this relationship with maybe Artscape, they do that. So just to maybe fundraise and then that's a way forward I can do, and just do sound engineering and stage management, and take it back to Barefit, so that we can't be always hiring sound engineering and hiring someone to do a stage management. So we have our own people, then we save money so that we can buy things for the children.
First, when I start with Barefit, I'm seeing huge opportunities coming. You know, I think wherever we go, let's say now we are in SA, South Africa, I think a lot of people have now known about Barefit. It's an exposure. It's going out, reaching out, and so I think a lot of people now know about the organization, and I think it's a door. It's like a key to more opportunities coming our way. Working with Artscape and working with Samba Rizal, it's a great opportunity for Barefit to get more other opportunities, because I think they've seen the skill and they've seen the ability, and I think it will be easy next time to say, why not have Barefit? Because Barefit has done this with us, and it's like a CV. And as me, as an artist, as personally, of course I said it's not only the fun of traveling out of Zambia, but it's also learning and opening up more. I have a more understanding on a global perspective. It's different when you're just engulfed in one room. But I think if you try other rooms, you're going to realize that there's aircon somewhere and there's actually a blazer somewhere to keep yourself warm. So it's eye-opening for me, and it's also learning new skills for me and enhancing my ability to deliver my work when I get back home.
There's so much that I've learned from here. I think going back to Lalela after this wonderful opportunity and a great initiative of this cultural exchange, I'm definitely going to share the information that I've learned from here with my team, and also implement some of the methodologists and also practices that I've learned from both teams, which is France and Zambia, and actually implement it to my program, because I mean, France, Zambia work with the best interest of the children, with the development and everything, and that's what we do at Lalela. At Lalela, we believe in terms of the development of the child, with a full holistic approach, you know, with our amazing method, you know. So I'm pretty sure that at some point there are things that I can implement, for an example, such as the storytelling from Zambia.
It flies! Yes. Where? Beyond the skies. In the skies? Yeah, me in the skies. Yeah. It's not witchcraft. It's not witchcraft. It's a craft. It's not like your group. Whoa. Yeah, that's what the chief said. And so he gave me everything. He packed for me. He gave me something like, you know, cell phone. Huh? Cell phone. Huh? Cell phone? It was written. Passport. Huh? Passport. Aha.
That is a very powerful tool of actually transferring a skill to the kids and also teaching them something, you know. So I think things like that I would definitely implement.
Je pense que pour l'organisation en tant que telle, il y a une montée collective des compétences linguistiques, logistiques, organisationnelles et communicationnelles. Je pense que ce genre de projet, il donne matière à travailler tout ça. Donc je pense que là, c'est un gain énorme pour l'organisation. Alors évidemment, tous ces effets-là, ils sont reversés aussi à titre personnel. C'est-à-dire que moi, j'ai beaucoup progressé en anglais. J'ai une connaissance maintenant de la culture sud-africaine et de la culture zambienne que j'avais pas auparavant. Donc ça c'est quand même des acquis très très importants. Je crois qu'on est aussi, on va élargir aussi nos pratiques artistiques grâce à cela. On a déjà commencé à le faire. Parce que chaque échange, en fait, c'est l'occasion, le prétexte d'aller récolter, en fait, du nouveau répertoire, qui est très différent du répertoire qu'on a à Sambarésie, et en même temps assez proche, au sens où là, on est dans des mobilités qui nous emmènent de l'Afrique, et que la musique qu'on pratique à Sambarésie, le samba, c'est la musique afro-brésilienne. Son origine est à la fois européenne et africaine. Et donc là, en fait, on remonte aux sources. Donc, il y a un procédé très très intéressant là, où on va même mieux comprendre ce qu'on fait en samba par le détour en fait de la musique africaine.
C'est vrai que dans un processus, par exemple, quand on apprend que ce soit en ethnomusicologie ou en musicologie, il est intéressant de voir dans d'autres cultures comment on aborde la musique, son rôle dans la société et comment, grâce à la musique, on peut se construire. Donc oui, je sais que je vais pouvoir puiser dans tout ce que j'ai pu voir, entendre, et ça va m'enrichir musicalement pour plus tard peut-être composer avec, je sais pas, des rythmes ambiants ou autres, voilà.
I think firstly the exercises were so important because they brought lots of things in between, and it was interesting for me what other people are doing in order to bring the attention to what has been done. And also the paper trail was so important because I learned even new things now, like that you need to be screened in order to work with young children and stuff. So those are the tangible things I've learned through the program.
Before you were born, I wished you'd be a boy. Then you were a boy, a man I wish you'd be. But troubles came, life couldn't go my way. But still I say, you are my baby. In such times of troubles, you are my baby. When life is like this, from the cradle to the grave, when you're young and when you're gray, be rich and be poor, a mother always be. Such as my life. Each time I kneel and pray, I pray for you, my child. in all my daily chores.